Yo, what is good, guys? Crunch here, and I'm your coach of the St. Louis Moltres. Today I'm bringing you my week 7 battle for the BDL. Apologies for the delay. This match was actually played 2 days after the deadline. Luckily, our admin, Bubba Fubba, was kind enough to allow us to play this match still, but for that matter, I feel both sides were a bit rushed, but it was still a very fun battle, so I hope you guys enjoy. So here we can see my opponent has a very scary team. Darmanitan Galar with Guerrilla Tactics, I believe, since it was not banned for this season, especially with a choice ban. That's 2.5 times stronger on any move. Hitmontop with Rapid Spin made sure that my hazards weren't very valuable in this game, so I needed rocks for Darmanitan and Ninetales to not just switch in and out unbelievably, but with Hitmontop there, it was a very difficult game to play. But at the same time, because my opponent's team was basically as slow as mine, this allowed me to bring both setup sets on Gallade and on Salamence, so it was a very interesting game for sure this week. So let's get straight into the battle. So he sends out Sandy Shocks and I send out Salamence. So here I have an option. I can go for a Dragon Dance, hoping, and then just go for the game. Just try to set up and go for game. Considering, despite Bisharp having Sucker Punch, if I live this hit no matter what. So if Bisharp doesn't have Sucker Punch, that means I just win the game automatically, because nothing outspeeds a +1 Salamence. And then I had Moxie on this set. As you can see, I didn't intimidate the Sandy Shocks. So no Sucker Punch, Bisharp would have just been I 6-0 swept. So he goes for Power Gem here, he stays in. I don't die no matter what. I made sure that I did not die. I calced it before the game. I made sure I did not die to a Power Gem from Sandy Shocks, especially considering it was Life Orb. I had calced for Choice Specs, but even Life Orb didn't kill regardless. Maybe a crit, but... So here I just go for a Dragon Dance. And obviously my play here is to click Earthquake all day, because if he goes Ninetales, it kills. If he goes Slither Wing, I have Dual Wing Beat. Same thing with Hitmontop. I have Earthquake for Bisharp. And then if Darmanitan Galar comes in, it's a matter of figuring out whether Darmanitan Galar is scarfed or not. If Darmanitan Galar was not scarfed, which you will find out later it wasn't, then I automatically just win the game. So here I just go for Earthquake all day. And he has to let Sandy Shocks go down because nothing else is taking that hit. Obviously I get the Moxie boost. He brings in Bisharp here, and I was scouting for the Sucker Punch, so I go into Florges. Of course, he does end up having Sucker Punch, so it was a good play on my part. Here, I go into Quagsire, expecting a Steel type move. He goes for Knockoff instead, which is smart. It was basically a very roundabout method, but I should have just gone into Quagsire in the first place. I don't think it was a misplay for me going into Florges regardless, but unfortunately my leftovers gets knocked off. He goes for a low kick here. I go for Stealth Rocks because I'm thinking he's going to switch out, because if I had Earthquake on Quagsire, Bisharp is not taking a hit nicely. Let's just say that at the least. So he stays in. Now here, I'm expecting him to switch out, but I want recovery on my Quagsire. I brought Drain Punch this week specifically for the Bisharp, because for some reason it did more damage than Earthquake, even though it wasn't stab. But I go for Drain Punch here to get a little bit back on recovery. Here he's going to go for Rapid Spin no matter what, so I just go straight into my Gallade. So even +1, I don't think there was a single attack that killed my Gallade. Maybe a close combat. But here I just go for the Agility, I believe, because I expect him to switch out because the Hitmontop dies to a Psycho Cut. Oh no. Apologies for the cut. So what I believe that I had done 2 weeks ago was that Bisharp and Darmanitan Galar were not switching in, and the Slitherwing was not switching in. So I believe that Ninetales switching in was just the only thing that my opponent could have sacked, because Slitherwing was a key part in almost winning his battle for Escaped. So going into Ninetales with their play regardless. Now the crit, I believe, definitely mattered for killing, but I'm pretty sure that I outsped. So I don't think it mattered regardless, but their Ninetales does end up going down. Darmanitan Galar comes in, outspeeds my Gallade all day long. So I switch into Rotom Heat because I had Charty Berry. Now this damage on Ice Punch basically determines that Darmanitan Galar is choice banned Guerrilla Tactics. So here I go for a Will-O-Wisp because no matter what hit that Darmanitan goes for, I live it. Especially since I have Chardy Berry, even a Rock Slide should not kill. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp. He switches out into the Hitmontop. So basically at this point, Hitmontop is like basically useless to them because I don't have Rocks up, so they don't need Rapid Spin. No attack is going to kill my Rotom. So he goes for Mach Punch. I just go for the... Oh no, next turn. I apologize. I go for the Discharge because Hitmontop's bulk is insane. So even an Overheat wouldn't kill. And if he had switched out, it wouldn't have mattered. So I go for the Overheat this turn because nothing on his team wants to take an Overheat, especially in the Sun, a Slitherwing, a Darmanitan, Galar, and a Bishop. There's all weak to it. Now here he goes into Darm Galar. I switch out because now a Rock Slide kills. Here he goes for U-turn. Does insane damage with U-turn. He goes into Slitherwing here. Now here I believe I just want to get rocks up because Darmanitan Galar, as scary as Bisharp is, rocks for Darmanitan Galar is much more useful to me. So he goes for Flame Charge here, which actually is he brings a very interesting set this week for Slitherwing. So he gets the attack boost and a 1.5 speed boost. He then goes for a bulk up. But the best part is, even with 2 bulk ups up, Florges does not get 2-shotted by the Slitherwing. Even with close combat, I believe. So I just go for a Moonblast here because I want to get rid of this thing as soon as possible because I don't have anything that'll outspeed a +1, I believe. So I need to get rid of this somehow, especially once it's at +2. So I need to get this as low as possible. Even so now he's at +2, he's still at +1.5. So he goes for Leash Life. Very interesting bring on his part, but the recovery was not enough for him to like actually do anything with it. As you can see, I get basically a max roll, and I'm assuming the turn before I got a complete min roll. So Slitherwing unfortunately doesn't go down here, but doesn't matter because I have priority on both my Gallade and my Mamoswine. Unfortunately, from this recovery, from the leftovers, my Shadow Sneak doesn't kill. But luckily for me, I brought Ice Shard on the Mamoswine. So Mamoswine comes in and Ice Shards and picks up the kill. If Mamoswine wasn't able to kill, he goes for Leech Life. I probably end up losing the game. But luckily for me, Mamoswine is just a beast. So he goes Bisharp here. And I go Quagsire here. I just sack off my Quagsire because at this point in the game, it doesn't matter that much to me. I go Rotom Heat. I'm fully expecting that he goes for a Sucker Punch here. But I need to get this lower so that Gallade can come in and clean this up because actually, that's not true. I think... No, actually, no. I take that back completely. What I should have done here is just gone straight into Gallade because a Sucker Punch does not kill Gallade. But for some reason, I go for the Overheat expecting it to kill. Doesn't kill for an unfortunate reason. And he goes for knockoff and he Sucker Punches. My Rotom dies. That's just a stupid play on my part. The differential, whatever. As you can see, the Sucker Punch didn't kill and Sacred Sword is going to kill regardless all day long. Me sacking off my Rotom was an extremely stupid decision because now Darm Galar comes in and I have nothing to stop it. He locks himself into Flare Blitz. So me sacking the Rotom was actually completely dumb because Rotom Heat is taking any Flare Blitz, especially since it was at, I believe, around 40%. It's definitely taking a Flare Blitz. Me sacking my Rotom was a very stupid decision, but you know what? It is what it is. But here, I outspeed it with Salmon, so I just pick it up. I just clean it up with Earthquake. So we end up winning 2-0 this week for week 7. Good games to Escaped. Unfortunately, I mean, Escaped had been extremely busy, so I do apologize to Escaped for making it extremely hard to schedule. And I know you were busy as well, so thank you so much for getting this battle in. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. I will be bringing you my week 8 battle next week for sure, if not this weekend. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.